Chat with me on Facebook. Chat with me on Instagram. Chat with me on any platform.
Hey.
Yeah.
Love Queen.
Hey.
Let's chat. Hey, you know what it is? Hey, this Love Queen. Let's chat, y'all. What's up? I know y'all been missing me.
Yeah.
As you can see, I have a guest. His name is Bishup Rich Wealth.
You better get ready for me.
All right. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself and tell y'all. If y'all just sit back, get you some popcorn or whatever you need. Listen up, cause here is his story, real and raw.
That's what I'm talking about. Love Queen, thank you for having me here on the podcast. And to all the Facebook family and friends and everybody watching on whatever platform y'all watching on. Hey, my name is Bishup Rich Wealth, better known as the Thug Bishop. I was shot to the head with a 12-gauge pump shotgun back in 1991. They left me totally blind. So look, I lost my sight, but today I got vision. And my vision today is to help people change their life. So I run CPT Ministries, which is called Change People Today. I run the Thug Church, THUGG, which stands for True Humility Under God's Grace. And now, Love Queen, you the first one right here on this podcast.
Hey.
We got the Money Church, and it's going down.
All right now.
And it stands for my own newest education yet, the Money Church. So we're going to get busy.
That's what's up. I like that. I like all that. The Money Church, and indeed, it makes me think about money.
That's
Not
right.
like that, but it makes me
But
think.
you know what, though? Hey, look, but it's important. You know me? It's important, and, you know, I'm saved. You know, I gave my life to Christ December the 21st, 1997. I've been saved ever since. Man, we got a lot to talk about. Because I could really go back. Before, let me just say this, people, right now. Today, my name is Legal Bishup Rich Wealth. And that's Bishup with a U, Not spelled like the Bible. Up, and away, I'm coming up.
Hello.
But before my legal name changed, the given birth name my mama gave me when I was young was Chris Bell. I don't speak it on a whole lot, because I don't like people to call me that stuff, because that's not my name.
All right now.
But that's the name I was given. And, you know, Chris Bell went through a lot of things in life, and I used that name and used that whole life to help talk to people and change their life. Yeah, that's what I do. But what have you got? You know, you said you checked out some stuff and you got some questions for me. Come on, let's talk about it.
Yes, we basically I went into a whole lot because I seen
It's a narrow cup.
now
Yes,
and it just
I like
to
I'm gonna address what I had
Yes, ma'am.
looked at. I seen the bulletproof mindset.
Oh, yeah.
I seen the vision without sight, unlocking your true potential.
That's right.
The domino effect of decisions. I just feel like all that explains a lot. Like
Exactly.
where did how did you even come up with all this? Like that is just amazing.
Well, I got to be honest to you. I have a mentor. His name is Mr. Eric Anderson. I'm going to send shouts out to Mr. Eric Anderson. Mr. Eric Anderson put the whole website together. He's my mentor. He's the one that put all this together for me. Because I wouldn't have had the wisdom to know to put all this like this together. I'm just so more used to talking on just the spiritual level of the Bible. You know what I mean? Bible, Bible Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. So I'm real worded. But Mr. Eric Anderson, on the other hand, he put all this together as my motivational page. And so now I speak on these topics. Bulletproof Mindset has been the main one that I'm talking about right now, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'll speak on anything, you know, that people want me to speak on, even if they want me to speak outside of what they see on my website. Yeah. But those topics that you've seen on the website, they are deep. They serious.
Yes, and the title of them, that's 3 broken down ones. The title, because it says bulletproof mindset. Like, oh my gosh! Like, explain, like what does that?
And they really go along with me getting shot.
Yes.
Bulletproof mindset,
man. Like,
if I had a bulletproof mindset back then, you hear me? I wouldn't be blind now. because I would have been able to fight off those negative thoughts about all the things that I was doing out there, you know, want to rob people and stuff, and just really get into a carnal, worldly type of life and stuff that I was doing. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about because, hey, look, I was really wild out there, young, coming up, want to do what I want to do, trying to sell drugs and all that stuff. Quit school at a young age, you know how a lot of young folks are. I ain't saying everybody, but the majority of us, when we young and we coming up, we get around 17, 18, we think we know it all. We can do what we want to do. I know this because you're a mother.
Yes.
So I know you've experienced it.
Yes.
I think you be dealing with some of that now.
Yes, indeed, I do. Yes, indeed. Like my team, man. Y'all know I'm still working on my book. And I didn't had that look. I got this little book about my baby, but I'm working. He's a work in progress. Okay. And the one thing you do need is God, cause baby. But mamas, y'all listen to this. Moms, dads, sisters, brothers, everybody. If you got teens and children out here that need help, and you need to listen to this, you need to share this, as well as like Bishup Wealth he know what he's talking about. And this is why we did the podcast, because he wants to help the youth. Okay? So I need y'all to listen to this. Listen to him, because baby, this is real. This ain't no made up fake. Yeah. This is real story, raw, anything. And if you have anything in the anything you want to ask, as well as you guys can make comments, we will get to them as best as we can. I will try to look and see and pay attention if I'm able to. But for now, we just want to find out, as well as he got books about his life. It's like, man, and then the vision without sight. Yeah. Unlocking your true potential. Like, it says it already, because it's like your vision. Right? Exactly. Like, break that down. Like, when everything, like, I don't mean to get too personal, but when all this stuff happened, how did it make you feel? When it first happened?
I got shot and I lost my sight? Oh, man. Like, my world, like, I'm sorry, sometimes I get emotional. Like, you know, when I think about it, I go back and I think about just how wild I was and how ignorant and silly I was as a youngster, because, but when it first happened to me, though, when I got shot, April the 25th, 1991, I'll never forget. Let me just tell y'all a little bit of the story real quick.
Yes, please do.
So, it was December 1990, December the 26th, 1990, I turned 18. And on that day, I'm not trying to go into all the other stuff, I just want to get straight to the point. On that day, I woke up and I told my mom, I said, Mother, you know what? I'm not going to school. I said, I ain't taking no more whoopings, none of that. I'm grown now.
Oh, wow.
I want to do. For real.
You got a lot of that.
Yeah. And she said, okay. She said, well, you got to get your stuff. And she said, you got to fend for yourself. I said, don't make me none. I went to the kitchen, grabbed me some garbage bags.
Oh, you was really out, huh? You said something about, hold on. You said something about garbage bags. You wasn't playing. Hold on. You was not playing. Was it cold? Yeah, and it was December, so it was cold. Was it cold where you was at?
It was, but you know what?
You didn't care.
I couldn't even pay attention to that back then. You hear me? I got them garbage bags. I felt so free. I felt so free, right? My girlfriend was pregnant at the time, and she was living at the house with us. And because I was just so wild. My mother was
the girl? Hold on, was it the girl?
Yeah.
That had your man?
Nah.
Man, had you like?
No, you want to know something? Here's the truth. She was like so innocent, like, you know, she wasn't a wild type of girl or anything.
No, but I meant, like, you know how when you start dating, you really think you grown. Right. You know what I'm saying? You start. It's the same thing as when moms be saying you smelling yourself. When the woman be smelling, the man, the boys do too. The man and boys be too.
That was me. I was smelling myself.
She got you feeling.
I mean, when I say she was like an angel.
Okay, so she was
compared to my life. You know what I'm saying? And really, it's really kind of messed up. See, that's another stuff we can talk about too. Them young ladies out there, y'all get hooked up with the wrong people. But boy, these niggas don't care like that. Because I did not care. I didn't. And they'll get you pregnant and all that. But let me just jump back to the story real quick. We'll get on it later.
You got the part where he got his garbage bag.
Let's jump back to get the garbage bag. I got the garbage bag.
He packed up.
Watch this. Went and got all the nice fresh clothes that she bought me.
Not you bought her. Your mama bought you.
Mama bought me the clothes. I'm packing up the clothes that she bought me. So I'm laughing because I'm thinking about, I'm like, man, that is crazy. I'm telling her what I ain't gonna do and all that. And she said, you gonna have to fend for yourself. She really could have told me, no, hold on, put them clothes back. That's what I bought. Right. You get out there and take care of yourself. But she allowed me to take the clothes. So boom, I went walking down the street, me and my girlfriend, and on that same day when we got to my girlfriend's house, she did not live like where I came from. I looked in the refrigerator, that refrigerator was empty, you hear me?
Wow. Just
the way that their house, and it looked like they lived in poverty compared to me.
Full circle.
Yeah, and I got to think, I'm like, man, I got to do something. Now, I was too prideful to want to go back and say, hey, Mommy, I'm sorry. I'm going back to school. I'm gonna get
that pride hit you. Right. You like, wait a minute. I told I was leaving. Right. I'm not taking back what I said. I've been there too. Because once you said you can't take it back, hold on, you got to prove. Because if you come back, she was gonna say a whole lot. Like, oh, I thought she was leaving.
So. Right. And all that was hitting my mind. So I said, look. So then that's why in the book, you can hold it up, Nicole. Thug Journey. I got a chapter called I'm Criminal Minded now, right? Ooh. This is when I became criminal mind, right? Because I was like, well, wait a minute. Well, I was a little bit criminal minded, but I really became criminal minded then. Yeah. Because now I got to really, really fend for myself, right? So to make a long story short, it was about a week before, April the 25th, me and my friend back then.
Y'all need that book.
His name was Cedric. The Thug Journey. Yeah. And it's there for true homies under God's grace. That's what I started at, It's a real good book. No bad language and cussing. I don't do none of that. I'm saved. I got rid of all of that stuff out of my life. No drinking, no smoking, none of that. I'm a clean life. But a week before then, me and my friend, we went to go break in a drug dealer house. Went in there while they wasn't there, looking all around for the money and everything. I couldn't find no money. But what I did find was 2 big concerts because I ain't never seen speakers that big in my life. And I was like, man, them speakers gonna get me paid because I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it was on Bar Street. I stayed on Bar Street back then, 3326. I'll never forget. They knocked the house down now. But a couple down the street from us, that's where the drug house was. Went in there, we broke in the house, so I ain't find no money. So I went outside, I seen a couple of crackheads had a truck. So I paid them $20 a piece. And I was like, look, man, just help me get the speakers down to my boy, because he lived on the other side of Bar Street, okay? So we put the speakers behind his sister's house. So that morning I got up, I'm making all kind of phone calls and everything else, but I couldn't get no other drug dealers to get the stuff just yet, right? So again, I went outside early that morning, December the 25th. It had to be like 6:30 in the morning. A lot of crackheads, they be up, walking around trying to find their little hustle. I found some more crackheads had a truck. And I told them I had them speakers. I was like, man, I need to get rid of the speakers. I was like, yo, we know where to go. Okay. There's like, man, they said, you gonna break us off? I said, I'll break y'all off a rock a piece. That's all they wanted to hear.
That's all they, look.
Yeah, that's all
you can always get, not saying like that. That's the real. Right. If anybody know, everybody know a crackhead.
Yeah, it's the truth.
You can get them to, sometimes you can tell them you will feed them but that crack.
That's the truth.
Ain't no negotiation. They gonna come.
Right, that crack, that real food.
Yeah.
That's that real food. Matter of fact, that's why you see people get so skinny sometimes. Yeah. Because that's that crack. Wow. So boom. They said, we know who a buyer is. I said, let's go. We rolled over on Pontiac and Lily Street. I'll never forget it. Got over there, went inside the house. It was some Detroit boys sitting up at the table. I walked up in there, and they're like, what you got? I said, man, I got these speakers, right? I said, some real big speakers. They looked at speakers and everything. And they're like, man, they're nice. They're like, I tell you what, we give you $100. They give me $100 bill. Oh, it looks so good. And they said, I'll give you 5 rocks to go with it. I said, bet. I'm I'm gonna take the deal. Because that was way more than what I had. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
That $100 bill looked good.
And the rest of it did too, because you was saying like because with the money that you was gonna get
I
from what they gave, yeah.
So I stood on what I said. I gave both crackheads a rock apiece, left me with 3. Took the $100 bill, hit Charlie Bob's. I don't even know, is Charlie Bob still up there?
I don't know, no, Eric. Oh, he gone.
But,
it's Charlie Bob. You said Charlie.
Right there by Anthony McKinney.
Charlie Bob's.
Yeah, it was called Charlie Bob's back then.
That's a liquor store, you said?
Yeah. But you know what? I think they did change the name. They changed the name.
Because, I'm not from here.
It used to be across the street from Fields, but a lot of people who watching this right now, they can identify. They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one, Fort Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because I forgot you did tell me you from Chicago. Okay.
Yeah.
So make a long story short, went in and got me a case of Old English.
I know with that big old bad bottle.
Yeah, but it was the can.
Oh, okay.
I got me a whole can of that. Went on my auntie house for this. I had $80 left and 3 rocks.
Okay.
Went over my auntie and them house over on Raymond and over there by McCormick Street. That's where they stayed. We out there. We get drunk. I'm bent like right in the beginning. I'm that drunk. I'm happy. I got $80 in my pocket.
You feeling good?
3 rocks, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna flip these rocks. I'm gonna get some more money. And so my boy started paging me. This had to be he started paging me around about 5. But me, I was so drunk at the time. I'm staggering. I went because we had pages back then. It wasn't no cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Beep 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 beep. You went off and stuff.
Somebody said something about OE. I'm sorry. I was reading a comment. Somebody said something about OE.
Yeah, OE. That was my drink. That was my drink for real. So look.
Sorry.
So I messed around, went over there and called him. He was like, "Yo, man, what's up?" He's like, "Man, you coming home, man? You gonna break me off?" I said, "Yeah, I'm coming, man." I said, "Just give me a minute though, cause I'm feeling good."
Yeah, you really feeling good because you had money. Like, man, I just left my mama's house.
Right.
I just came up on the lid.
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I'm drunk.
Feeling good.
Man, sitting over there listening to the music. We bumping the music, playing the music. He just kept on paging me. And finally, another friend of mine who used to go to school with me named Elgin, he was riding by and he see me sitting out there. So I wave. I'm like, "Yo, Elgin, man, come on, man. I need a ride, man." I said, I need to go on over, back to where I'm staying. So that was another thing I told you, too. When I left that house, I ended up staying with him.
Right.
On the other side of Bar Street because I ain't have nowhere else to go.
Oh, wow. So
I
then.
had to stay with him.
Right, because you wasn't staying with the girl because you seen how she was living.
So
you was like, I can't be here.
Right. Now I can stay at his house now. Look, they from Alabama. They're country. So they had big freezer.
They had
cow meat and stuff like that.
You was look, your mama was look. You like I ain't gonna miss home staying over my friend's house, huh? You good?
Right. I'm digging on the refrigerator. Man, I can find me some to eat early in the morning, bacon, whatever I wanted.
Wow.
So to make a long story short,
real good then, huh?
For real.
Really,
but I still knew I had to hustle though,
right?
Because it wasn't like his mama was gonna buy me no clothes and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So after they gave me the money, like I said, we was getting drunk, and Elgin, he gave me a ride. Boom. I get over on Bar in Rudisill. Famous recipe is still there to this day.
Okay.
Bar in Rudisill. So the inn he lived on was at the dead end side. So when I get there, my boy Lamar, Denzel, who else? It was Lamar, Denzel, it was somebody else. But anyway, they all came running down the street. And they was like, "Yo, what's up, man?" It was like, they said, "Man, what we gonna do for the night?" See, because they trying to figure out what we gonna do. Because they knew I had some money. They know we gonna go out and get drunk. We gonna get told. We gonna have some fun. So by the time we left Famous Recipe and walked down to Cedric, he came out of the house.
Oh.
But you could see he was you could see a frown like on his face a little bit, right? He was like, "Yo, man," he was like, "Man, where my money at?" I said, "Hold up, man, don't be fronting me out like that." See, because at the time, it was some girls standing outside next door to him, and another drug dealer stayed right next door to him, right? So I said, "Man, don't be fronting me out like that." I was like, "Look, man, I'm going to give you 20 now, and I'm going to give you 20 later." And he was like, "Nah, man." He was like, "Man, look, just come and get your stuff, man. Just come and get your stuff and leave my house." And so I looked at him, see, now I'm really upset. Now I'm drunk. So I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Wait a minute. The way you looking at me, you act like you want to shoot me or something." Look, see, this is the real good part of the story. I planted the seed in that brother's head. He never said nothing about shooting me. I'm the one who said that. I said, man, you act like you want to shoot me or something. But if you could have seen him, he looked. He called Queen Love. He was like, he loved Queen. He was like, he said, man, you know what? That don't sound like a bad idea.
Oh, wow.
I came back. I'm drunk. I said, well, nigga, you can't do too much about talking. Go get the gun and shoot me. See, alcohol talking for me. He goes in that house and get the gun. He came back out. My boy Lamar Dizelle was standing on to the side. Now, you remember before I legally changed my name, I'm just going to go and say the name right now. Sometimes I don't like to say the name. Just thinking about how it turned out. So I said to him, he come out, he had the gun in his hand. So I said, you going to shoot? He was like, yeah. I know what I said. I said, oh, so you got the gun? He was like, yeah. I said, well, shoot me. I'm hitting myself all in the chest, trying to show I'm bad and everything else. He pulled out the gun. One shell fell and hit the ground. I still wouldn't stop. I'm drunk. I'm still talking.
Because that's supposed to be your friend, right?
Right.
So you would never expect that you didn't even know that was going to even happen. But at the same, was he drinking too?
No, he wasn't drunk at all.
Oh, wow.
I was drunk. But
and they knew you was drunk, though.
Right, but I was, boy, and I say, boy, I was bluffing big time. I didn't really believe he was going to shoot me, though.
Wow.
I really didn't. Matter of fact, I was just so drunk, I didn't care. I felt I was on top of the world.
Like, you had the money, I'm going to give you your money when I give you your money, and whatever
like,
you
I got $80,000 in my pocket. It's only $80.
Right.
You hear me? So, look. So then...
Wow.
So after he pulled the trigger and one shell fit to hit the ground, now they start yelling, Chris, dump. See, my boys, they can take it serious. As a matter of fact, they ran and they got out of the way. And it's just
so
me
they
and
didn't
him.
even try to stop him at all.
Right.
Like, try to be like, man, it ain't that serious.
No, he had a pump.
I get that part, but but didn't he know them too? He didn't know them like that?
Right. It was. Look, I guess if you, the whole scene, if you could have just seen the way he was looking, right? They got out the way because they thought he was going to turn the gun on them.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So me, man, I had a brand new Indiana hat, black with the red with the pitchforks. Had on some felines with the tag. And you know we used to wear the tag on the side. I'm fresh, looking good. Got me a couple of rocks in my pocket. I'm like, man, I'm not scared of you. Man, if you going to shoot me, shoot me.
Okay.
He tried to pull a trigger. It was on safety.
Oh, wow.
It was on safety. The next word I said, I took my head to the back. I said, I ain't scared of you. My name is Chris Bell. He shot me, right? I hit the ground. So my boys, they really thought I was playing. They ran over, because I was in between two cars. They ran over, and they was like, Chris, man, quit playing so much. They kicked me, and they said when they kicked me, I rolled over. They said this blood just shot like a volcano. And they started yelling, man, you killed him, man. You killed him, you know. And they called the ambulance. And I woke up 6 weeks later. And I was coming out of a coma blind. Couldn't see nothing. Behind it, yeah.
Like, at that, like, did you have any, could you think back that far? Like, did you have any thoughts in your mind when that happened? You didn't have nothing. You didn't even know what was going on.
No, I'm going to tell you how I ended up finding out what had happened to me. My mother at the time, well, rest in peace. She came in and she was standing next to me and she kept saying, she would kept calling my name. And I was like, who are you? And she was like, Chris, it's Willa. And I said, where am I? You know, I never, man. I get so emotional.
It's okay.
I kept asking her where I was. And I said, she said, you in the hospital. I said, I'm in the hospital. I said, what happened to me? She said, you don't remember? And I was trying to think. She said, Cedric shot you. And I'm like, I said, who? She said, Cedric shot you. So now my mind, I got to thinking about, I'm trying to think hard. And then the last thing I can remember is when he pumped that gun. He was trying to pull the trigger. And then it started coming back to me. The last word I said, nigga, my name is Chris Bell. Last words I said. I broke down, started crying like a baby. I couldn't believe it.
That's okay. It's true, man.
And you know what? I be trying to get the story all the time without crying. But what I'm crying about is because not so much me being blind right now, just me being stupid. Because this is a hard life to wake up every day and not be able to see. That's why I'm so diligent about helping the young people not get themselves out there. It's because you got a lot of young folks. Nicole, I know you can remember this. You remember how kids be like, well, look, I ain't scared of you. What? You hit me.
Yeah.
Hit me. Hit.
Or they did that.
What's
that? Or they did that thing. Look, hit that hand.
Yeah,
Bow.
exactly.
She hit you first.
Right.
He hit you
Exactly.
first. Yeah,
Right.
I remember. Look,
Same
I was
thing.
right there because when I grew up in Chicago, baby,
Thank you.
we was fighting every day.
Same thing.
So it wasn't no look. They'll be like, hey, meet me at the gym.
Right.
Okay, look,
Right.
and then if you ain't getting caught, you getting beat up.
Right.
You gotta fight, or you gonna be, or you either fight
Right.
or you lose. But that was the thing right there. Them was fighting words. What's up?
Yep, there's a lot of kids die like that though.
Yeah.
Hit me,
Especially because especially when you was still going,
Right.
even when you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, you didn't
Always
think,
wanted.
but you
Always
didn't even
wanted.
think
Right.
though
Nope.
that was gonna happen because, and it's sad because sometimes it do be people that's close to you, and that's what people don't be understanding. Like you be thinking it's your friend, you would never thought that your friend would have did that.
Pull the trick on me, right?
So that mean or get mad at you over some money.
Right.
Like, is it that serious?
Right.
Obviously, to him it was.
Right. It was. Cause now you know what now, but
because I feel like, as well as even though you said what you said, I take it a whole different level. Like,
Right.
how did he really feel about you, or what
Right.
was it? You know what I'm saying? Because that should not have even made him go and get it. But I don't know back then on how things was. People be like,
Right.
you ain't finna punk me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
and-
I'm hard just as hard as you.
And you know, and you hitting on something, and that's what it was. That's what it was, because he felt like he was
Emotional.
getting pumped out, right?
Like that emotional moment,
Right.
it hits his emotional. Like with
Right.
men, when you hit, like when they be like, hold on, that ego.
Right. Yeah.
When you challenge somebody's ego,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
be like, hold on,
yeah.
this man said he finna hit me,
Yeah.
and some will. Not
Listen.
saying like that because I ain't trying to.
Right.
And it's not funny.
Right.
But
It's not.
exactly what you said.
I'm just laughing just because you just such a good interviewer. Just the way you just like really into it. That's why y'all be laughing,
Because
right?
it take me back because I understand where you coming from. Because
Right.
when I grew up in Chicago, man, we was right in the middle of games.
Right.
School, sometimes we can be going to school and they were shooting.
Right.
So I get, and I have seen it, and I've been right in between it too. I fought majority of all my childhood life in a way.
Right.
And I hung out with guys. So I knew sometimes they was fighting all the time. But that's why when I see certain things, or when you see the stuff happening with you be like, hold on, let me help you.
Right.
Let me try to guide you. But I know that had to hurt. And it's
Right.
okay to cry because it's something that you, every time you reliving it, every time you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's okay to talk about it.
Right.
Because it helps you
I
believe. It's your story. It's your story.
I be trying to get through it, not to cry though.
But you doing good still. Like, to be able to talk, to be able to say it.
Right.
Anyway, just to show up
But
and
you
be
know,
able to
I don't
do it.
really care if people see me cry. Look,
Ain't no wrong with that.
I was foolish. I was ignorant. And hey, my cry can help any one of y'all right now if you listen to what I'm talking about. I don't play that stuff about trying to be hardcore and all of that. Look, skip all of that stuff. I've learned to be humble, not hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm humble now. See, if I was humble back then, I didn't even know the word humility back then. You hear
Yeah,
me?
they probably wasn't even thinking about that. That probably
Right.
wasn't in nobody's vocabulary back then.
Right,
Because
exactly.
back then it was just like you just trying to live to see the next day.
Right.
Or look, what's up?
Right,
Who harder than who?
right.
Who got
Exactly.
who? This mine.
Right.
This like it was. That's what it was. I mean,
Right.
I wasn't, but I seen it firsthand of certain things, so I know a little bit of that experience of, as well as when I tell people like, be careful. That's a true thing because it's not me trying to block with your fun or anything else. It's just be careful because it ain't got better. It got worse at times.
And you know what? If anybody, they get the book on Amazon, Thug Journey.
Yes, here it is again. Y'all hear that? It's on Amazon.
On Amazon. Read the story. I'm telling
Man,
you,
you need to read it.
It's deep.
And y'all need to go check his website out too, BishupWealth.com. Trust me, it's his whole story as well.
Hey, remember, you got to spell it. The way you spell it is B as in boy, ISHUP. My last name, Wealth, WEALTH.com. That's
There you go. And then he has another one.
BishupWealth.com.
He also has another one, ChangePeopleToday.com. Oh,
Yeah,
it's .org. Oh, that might be why.
Right.
Okay.
.org. You probably use it.
I got .com.
Right.
So that's see?
Right.
And it's okay to mess up.
Right.
Look at that. So your website is fine.
Right.
Okay. So and if you need to email him, you BISHUP@bishopspeaks.com.
Right.
And if
or you can hit me info@changedpeopletoday.org.
Yes.
You'll see that on the other website.
And then you also can call his office 260-387-6521. But we ain't done unless you done. Look, hold on. We ain't done with the story yet unless you done.
No, I ain't done.
Because he has more than just this story.
Oh,
he wants to help youth.
Yes.
So if y'all know people that need help, this is like we gonna put it in there as well, all in the comments.
If your son be rebellious, your daughter, your family members, I will minister to anybody. I promise you, God uses me in a very powerful way to help people change their life. I'm not religious. I'm not that. I'm not so super spiritual too. I ain't no earthly good. You know, that's not me.
And it's okay if you was, because that's what they say. It's a lot of pastors that live them lives, and then they change their life as well.
Right. But a lot of them sometimes, though, they kind of move on. They kind of just live more in the spirit, and they don't really talk about a lot. Me, I'm gonna talk about where I come from.
Period.
The
you
streets.
need the real.
I'm talking about the drinking. I'm talking about the smoking, the weed, and all that. I ain't really like smoke weed back in the day. I just kind of did, you know what I'm saying? That was your thing?
I'm just saying, because it was in my environment as well. I did, and I don't lie about it as well. I did my thing, and eventually it changed. Yeah, it has changed, because you have to know where you want to go.
Right.
And what you want to do. At some point, when you get older and you change and everything changes for you, won't change.
Exactly.
You want comfortability. You want to be able to relax instead of always looking over your shoulders and every look. Right. Hey, because that used to be me when I was young. I used to be every time running into something, because when we lived there, because we used to have to run, duck, get down, wait a minute. Can't go outside and play. And those that's on here, that's following me from Chicago, y'all know the neighborhood. As well as people that's from Fort Wayne and anywhere, all the ones that's watching, you know a neighborhood. Or you know some places, because everybody got a rough area or a place that you done seen, or maybe some of them places you go where you got to be careful. And it's still that way in Chicago right now today.
You know what?
Maybe even worse at times.
Fort Wayne, Indiana, is like a playground compared to Chicago.
Oh, baby. I was just telling, look, I can't wait till we done so you can tell that to my son. Did y'all hear? Look, I tell him that every day, because I'm like, it's nowhere near, baby.
This is like a playground. Chicago, like Vietnam War. You hear me? Straight up.
I love my city, but some places you can't even go.
Period.
Do you understand? I would not even. I would like, you know what? I'm good.
Right.
Like, seriously, like, I would go around this area,
just
because I don't want to go through that neighborhood, because some people will rob you out of your car.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you be driving, stop at a stop sign, they'll snatch you out and jump in.
Well, here, let me tell you where I'm from, because I ain't tell you that part. I'm born and raised out of Queens, New York.
Woo! That's a whole different story too.
I come from Redfern Projects, and believe you me, when you just say, see, that's what made me just wanted to say where I was from. Because, boy, you can pull up at the light, and they will get you at the light. They will rob you clean, take your tires, your everything.
I think I've seen something else that happened. I think that was in New York, where I think they sliced up or cut somebody up. With a, it was all over the news. I don't know if it was a guy or something over their sibling. Oh my God, it's a different story there too. Well, I have heard so many things about New York.
Oh my goodness! So I've seen some of the roughest stuff. That's what I say. Fort Wayne, Indiana is like a playground compared to any of that stuff. Chicago, New York, oh my gosh. But and see, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. And see, that's another reason why when I moved here, I fell in love with Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was so slow compared to where I come from. I was like, man, what
You
these
more
little,
relaxed.
what these little Negroes know around here? They don't know nothing.
You relax.
Right. Look, I had brand new felines when I came here. They ain't nothing about felines. Gym shoes, they ain't about none of that stuff. You hear me? Adidas, they ain't know about all that.
Oh wow.
I came here in 1986.
Oh, you came when they didn't know you put them on the game. Look, hold on, let me show y'all about
Because
this.
you know when I came here, now I sound a little country now compared to when I first came here. You know, I've been around the country folks all, you know, here in Fort Wayne. Well, when I came here, they was talking about, yeah, man, you know, we about to go drink a pop. I'm like, pop? What is that? I mean, you mean soda or something? You know, or they say stuff like, I'm going to buy some gym shoes. What is that? You mean sneakers? See, we say sneakers now. You know, we say sneaker, we say soda. That's that New York slang, you know, that's that talk, you know, so, look, let me just tell you, I know I laugh a lot right now, because ain't no sense of me getting up being all depressed about, you know, what has happened to me. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I got vision now. See, when I really could see for real, people, that's when I was really blind. I could not see, not at all. But after I lost my sight, though, oh Lord, let me go and tell you that story too. I tell you, we got a lot to talk about. After I got shot and woke up, you would have thought that I would have changed my life. Still had that ignorant mindset, you know. Now I can't see, I'm blind. Do you know, Love Queen, I was still out there.
Oh wow! Even
trying to hang
after,
up with the gang. Yeah.
even after what?
Wearing red do-rags.
I thought
around my
maybe
head.
that would have made you sit down.
Yeah.
Not like that, but wow.
Hey, y'all gotta get this book, Thug Journey. Look, get it on Amazon. They out there in different places. You gotta get the book. I'm telling you, you gotta
You're
get the book.
still out there.
I still was out there. I wouldn't stop. I've been in jail one time when I could see at 18.
Mm.
I've been in jail about over 40 times since I've been blind.
Oh wow.
Going to jail
Was
my
that
second
like
home.
was that like hard being blind and in jail than when you could see? Was that like really hard, or was it people messing with you, or did they give you a little bit more?
They gave me respect.
Okay.
And the reason why is two things. First of all, they knew how I was when I was on the street. They knew I pull out a gun quick, you know.
Now wait a minute. Now you ain't wait that. See, oh well. So now I see. Not saying it like that.
No,
and it's still wrong,
no,
but now I see
right.
why when you was like this, your boy did, because oh my goodness.
You read what you saw.
Not like that, but like the way he knew how you get down.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I'm gonna get him before he get me.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. In his mindset, I don't know, because I wasn't there. I'm just going off.
And you know what's so funny? It's so good that you saying what you just said. I didn't even have a gun on me that day.
But did he know that though?
No, I don't know.
Thinking like, I'm just, the only reason why I always think,
and
my mindset be always, because I be in between.
But that's good that you came in with that.
Because
he did not know.
He never knew what you was going, because how you was going
right.
at him, he never probably knew.
Right.
But still, it still was like, why? You know what I'm saying? My man, because I'm just getting a story from you, and I'm like, why still though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take it that far.
Right.
But I don't know how heated y'all was or how it was going.
Right.
But at the same time, it changed. Are they still alive? Or still
the guy who pulled the trigger on me?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still alive.
Is he in jail?
Fort Wayne, Indiana right now.
Oh wow. Is he but he's not in jail, right?
No, he's not.
Okay,
now,
so
I'm gonna get to that story too though.
What about the other guys? Your friends?
No, one is dead. My boy Denzel, he died over drugs. But my other friend Lamar, he's working now. He's working
changed
a job.
his life too.
Somewhat.
Okay.
He's still getting drunk and doing some of the same old stuff, you know. But he ain't going to jail no more because he used to put his hand on women a lot.
Oh.
That was his thing, beating on women.
That ain't a good thing either.
Yeah, well, I ain't tell you that about I used to do the same thing.
Whew, that ain't good either.
Beating on women. Look, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Look, that's why I say, look, I got to change my life. I knew I had to get away from this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I heard about the Bible a lot. I was raised up in church, you know, and I was like, it's time for me to really get for real. Because I was just going, you know, entertainment and hit songs and all that, saying, I'm trying to hear him get up out of here so I can get on the streets, you know. So I didn't take the stuff serious. But when I got older, and after going to jail so many times as a blind man, you know, here's the funny part. They nicknamed me Boy Wonder.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
And I asked them, I said, well, I used to ask them in jail, like, man, why y'all be calling me Boy Wonder? They're like, man, we wonder how a blind man go to hell so much. So they told me.
Well, because how many times you came?
Yeah.
Wow. I want to know. I would wonder too. Not saying it like that, but that's so wrong to give you that name. But I would wonder as well too. Like, why you in here? What is going? What are you doing?
I fell in love with the name though, right? I thought it was kind of cool at first, right? Because it was like, when they see me coming, they be like, oh, yo, man, here comes Boy Wonder again.
Do you have tattoos?
I stayed in jail that much, no ma'am. I never got tattoos. That's
okay. I see you have a gold grill. Was that from when you was young? Or
I got that a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay, nice. It's nice.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Because I know sometimes, you know, the young ones do that too. Not saying like that. Other people like you get that, or you get. At least you ain't got no eye drops. So
No.
I'm just saying because I know some gang members that do the eye drops too.
Now that's what I wanted to say. Now, so listen, this one good thing about me, and that's why I knew that God always had. He really had his hand on me because he knew what I was going to really end up being today. Okay, I've been in ministry now 28 years now, right? But it was really always for me to really live a good life. Because even when I was out there and I was wild on the streets, I never had that killer instinct. Now, to pull out a gun on you and tell you to get down and take your money from you, did I knock something down?
No, that's me moving. Sorry, I'm just trying to stay. I'm trying to kind of stay in the camera so they won't think you talking to.
Okay, yeah.
So they can see me too.
I would have stuck somebody up in a minute to get your money.
Oh wow. So you was going down. You was going down bad.
Yeah. I was sticking them up.
Is that why you was in and out?
Huh?
That's why you was in and out of jail? Not like that, but I'm just asking. You ain't got to tell it all, but is that why? Because that'll get you down.
Hey, look. You know what? You know what's so funny? The first time I went to jail, it was because of me robbing somebody. But they couldn't link it to me. They found my gun in the house, but they couldn't link it to me though.
Oh, okay.
See, because I didn't have it on me.
Okay.
I hit the gun, but they found the gun, right? The only thing they could have got me with is battery at the time for me stealing on the man and, you know.
Beating up somebody.
Right, and digging the money out of his pocket.
Oh.
So they only charged me with battery. They couldn't link the gun to me.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of smart because that would have been more. That would have been more.
Oh, most definitely.
Because you get caught with that.
I could have been really messed up. Right?
Yeah. Even though you shouldn't have been in there at all anyway, but I'm just saying. But that would have been even worse.
Right.
You know how they be waiting for something. They be waiting for a black brother to have a gun.
Right. So all in all, that's the reason why it is impossible for anybody to come up to me. I don't care whether they drinking, they smoking, they living a thug life, gangster, whatever. I don't care what you're doing. You can't pull no wool over my head. I come from that stuff. You feel me? And so
you know how it sound and how it look, okay?
Exactly. I know the language. I know all of that stuff. And I know how to allow the word of God to use me to help people to come from this stuff.
Amen. That part right there. Y'all hear him, right?
Look, but it did take God for me to change. It took me to get my life over to the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm saying his name, people. It wasn't about my name back then or my name now. It's about his name.
Amen.
When I got in and started respecting his name and who he was and listen to that word, what that word tell me to do, my life totally changed.
Amen.
I promise you. And so
I mean, God is real. People might not think it is, but man, he can change some things. All you gotta do is just talk to him.
And believe in him.
And I know that, yes.
You believe in him and discipline yourself. And you know, the good part I really love about God, though, God allowed me to smoke, drink, party, have sex out of wedlock. I did all of this stuff.
And still accepted you.
But then when I went to him and said, Lord, I need your help, he saved me.
Amen.
Boom,
that part
like
right
that.
there.
Come on, people. everybody that's watching me, you got to fall in love with Jesus. I'm telling you, fall in love with God. Because he's the truth, seriously.
Amen.
He spared my life.
Let's see. I'm proud of you. Look at you. Good. Okay, thank you. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Bishup Wealth.
Bishup Wealth. Yeah.
Okay? And make sure y'all get this thug journey. We ain't done. I'm just coming in a little bit in and out. Because, baby, like I said, this is real. This is live. This is the truth.
And that's what I love about my stories, because it ain't like I'm just sitting here, telling you something, just telling you to be telling you. I live this stuff every day, waking up blind, because of my domino effect of decisions. Like what you said, they get the wrong decisions. They get the wrong
and a
decisions.
lot of people do. And you don't think about it until it actually happens. I have been there because, like, I know that part as well. And I learned my lesson. I had to learn my lesson, like, I think maybe twice. And after that, I was like, okay. I listened, because I had a moment where I was, like, so into somebody.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going with you. He like, well, I'm going to gang bang and do this and do that. I'm like, whatever, because he was also like one of them, like, I thought he was going to see a woman or whatever cheat on me or something, right? He was really telling me the truth. Well, he was going to, I'm going with, okay, you sure you want to go with me? Yep. Because you ain't finna go do that. Scared the living life out of me. Do you understand? When a man tell you he going to do something,
right,
do not go.
Right.
You better listen. I don't care if it's a lie or not. Don't go. That's my fact, because I could have either been dead or in jail messing around with them.
And he really was doing you a favor.
Yeah, because he told me.
Yeah.
But he also lied so much.
Right. Okay.
I was not believing him. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But he was really, that time, he was really telling the truth. And he was
your
like,
emotions and everything was caught up in him at that time.
yes. And that time, I think he really let me, he wasn't even trying to stop me from coming. Wasn't even trying to argue with me. None of that. So that part should have been like, there you go. Like, listen to them flags of certain things when he was just like, okay.
Right.
He ain't say, no, you not going. He was like, no, I told you where I'm going. This is what's going to happen. You want to go see? Come on. Right. And I did. I seen it all. And I didn't have no way to turn back. I was right in the middle. And I said, all I did was pray. I said, Lord, if you get me out of this, I will listen the next time.
Wow.
I got out of it, but I'm just saying, I had to learn a lesson. So your decisions play a lot of role in your life.
Exactly. But everybody watching, look, you can contact the office. Just leave me a message, and I'm going to call you back. And ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. 260-387-6521. I'm going to say the number again. 260-387-6521. And again, Love Queen, I thank you for having me come and share my story. So I still ain't finished. We got a whole bunch of more. You want to talk about some more? Because
I would love for you to share some more. Of course, and I also would love for you to talk about these. You got a few more books on this on this table.
So look, do you want to hit some of the books right now?
Right, this the thug journey. Then here go the other two right here.
So this other one, hold up so they can see it the right way, because I don't want that book is called Become Credit Rich.
Yeah, I'll see that.
And the reason I wrote that book is because the banks gave me $200,000 2 years ago because of my good credit. And the good part about it, that's why it said, if you read the title, it said Become Credit Rich from SSI, Social Security, you're credit rich. I'm still on Social Security, but guess what? But the banks gave me $200,000.
Okay.
You know why? Because I know my stuff. I studied. I built my credit. And boy,
so that means not only can he help you with youth, but he can also show you how to get your credit together. So if you need somebody, you better come and talk with Bishup Rich Wealth, baby. Okay.
The books is only $15, and it will give you the knowledge and wisdom of what to do. I was only 73,000 at that time. I hadn't even got up to 200,000 just yet. I didn't even know I was going to make it to 200,000. I was at 73,000, but just think, $73,000 for a man on SSI. You talking about living the dream. I'm flying all over to Ghana, Africa, because I'm married. I got a wife in Ghana, Africa.
Okay.
She ain't never been here just yet. We're still working on immigration, but I've been in Ghana, Africa now 5 times. Dream come true. You hear me? Some people ain't gonna never make it out of the country, but Bishup Rich Wealth did.
I know that's right. You heard it.
Yeah. Right. You gotta make it.
I've been to Jamaica.
Been to Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
I heard it's beautiful down there too.
It is so Montego Bay. It is so beautiful. I went when I was 16, but I would love to go back now as an adult because it would be told that teenage life ain't nothing like adult life.
Right.
So
because now you could really appreciate.
Yes,
stuff.
I can go I can go places that they didn't let me go. Like,
No,
hold on, they was like, wait a minute, where you going? Hold up, like I want to just go over here and smell little roses. That's right there. No. Because you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying?
I love your personality, boy. You just so animated for real.
I love what I do, period.
Yes,
like, I have fun.
It.
It's the joy in it. It's the stories that I get from it. It's like, I love this. For you to even be able to, I respect
now, I still got tears coming down my eyes.
I respect you, though. Like, this is, like, amazing for me just for you to still be able to talk and share your story because some people can't. And they still can help, but it's hard for them to tap into the inside of them and let it out. To show as well as that you can cry. To show that, you know what I'm saying, I did this. Accountability as well as I want to help somebody else so they won't make the same decisions that I made.
And here's the good part about it. A lot of people in the book, you're going to see where, okay, so he turned himself in. He ended up getting 15 years to 7.5 because I didn't die, right? I think it was like manslaughter or something like that, to make a long story short. They wanted me to go to court to testify against him. I wouldn't do it. First of all, because I'm blind now. I didn't want nobody to really see me. I didn't want to be around nobody. I done already stuck a bunch of people out there. I can't see.
Right.
So I'm scared. I'm like, I don't know who's going to come and get me, who's going to shoot me, who coming back here, they're going to take me out.
Right.
I used to tell my mother, look, you're going to need to get some police, some guards. I need to make my door. See, because I knew I did a lot of wrong stuff to people too, though, you know. And I was scared. But just thank God, none of that stuff took place like that. Like I said, God had his hand on my life the whole time.
I mean, I just feel like this because that is wrong because people still will sometimes come after you even when you down. And that's like in the moments because people go to, like to this day, I done seen people like, I want to make sure he dead. They go to the funerals, they attack family members. I tell people this all the time. Think about your family. When you out here making crazy decisions. You got to think about your family and yourself.
Exactly.
Because some people don't care. They don't have nothing else to care about. So what, like when you don't have nothing else to care about, what else is there to do? You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't care about myself, what makes you think I'm gonna care about you? So my first mindset is like, well, look, I'm not scared to die, I ain't care about dying. So guess what? I'm gonna do. Look, I don't care about what happened to you. Whatever.
And see, you know, Fort Wayne, Indiana is a different place now, though. Let me tell you something. The Detroit boys is here now. Some of the folks from
Michigan.
Chicago. And they got an influence a lot of these people around here now. So yes, it's a lot more wild than what it is.
It's a few people from New York too, I heard.
New York too. It's still a playground though compared to Chicago still though. But it is more wilder though now.
Because I told my son that, I said, baby, you still don't need to go live there.
Oh no.
Because the way it's sometimes with the things that you do, and I don't mean to be this harsh on him. Sometimes I'll be like,
you gotta be harsh.
I'll be like, you'll be dead or in jail.
You gonna keep
the police don't even play.
You want to keep his life.
Yeah, the police don't even play.
Exactly.
The police don't even play at all. Like they ain't nowhere near the Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne police nice. Let's just be real. They nice because you sit here and report one of your kids missing. If they make it home, baby, they good. No, Chicago, baby, they'll fall up in your house. Snatch that kid out. They going to jail. Back. Mama, we will meet you in court. If it's still that way. Let me know if I'm wrong, y'all. People that's from Chicago, I don't know how much things has changed, but they still don't play. I got people still there. I mean, I got family still there that will still say to this day, like, baby, he don't need to be here.
And the police will take you out even more quickly because they don't know when they come into try to come about domestic violence, whatever, they don't know which way that stuff gonna go.
Yeah, that is the truth. People need to understand as well. You got good cops, you got bad cops. But at the end of the day, how they are trained, you know, they thinking about they gotta come home. They don't know what you got on you.
They kids, they family,
and they don't know what's going on. And if you are already in a situation, but sometimes I have seen them. Sometimes they and I can relate, and then sometimes I can be like, why? Because they'll come up to your car with the gun blazing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, dang, I'm already, look, all I got is a busted out tail light. Excuse me, sir.
Right.
I don't got no gun and my kids in the back. Can you not shoot us?
They be paranoid.
Yes, but I get that because they don't know what's going on in your car or which one. Because you have had people that would kill sheriffs and police officers and everything, and then they'll drive off, and that person is just there.
Hey, you know something? Tell you something. This before I got shot, probably about a couple of months before I got shot, I would never forget, gangbang was going on kind of tough. This was like, what, in 91? Yeah? And so, to make a long story short, I had just pulled out. I was driving my mama car again. The Grand Am, she had a...
So you had her car too when you moved?
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out, when you left your mama's house, did you take the car too?
Right. Just, no, I didn't take the car, but what she let me do was, she let me come back home. No, you know what? This before I actually left. Okay. You're right. I was like 17. And I had a car. That's when I was still going to school, though. Okay. I had a car one night, and they was out of town or whatever else. It was me, my boy Coop, rest in peace, Coop Church. It was me, him, I think Cedric with me. Yeah, everybody, a lot of people know the churches here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, because they ain't got no good name either.
that's somebody's last name. You said church. Let me write that down. Sorry, I don't know if I want to know y'all. Look, let me stay. Look, so look, I'm gonna need to go upstairs and ask my son. Do you know them?
Hey.
Do you know them? No, like that. Look, I guess you would know if we would know if we knew them, huh?
I got a daughter by one of the churches, Teresa. Oh. Teresa Church, their last name Carter, but she's a church. My oldest daughter is by a church. Okay, you know.
So you know. Exactly. Look, real life.
Right. So I'm talking about back then, we was just thugged out. We was doing all kind of thuggy stuff, for real. But to make a long story short, though, I'm sorry, I got a little twisted off. What were we talking about?
We was talking about when you said something about the churches.
Yeah, the churches.
And
yeah,
like when you had your car, your mom's car. That part.
Put about Amico right there at McKinney Anthony. I was headed like I was going back towards that way, Macmillan Park, and the police swooped up on us. It was a white officer. And he threw the lights on, and he said, get out the car. But he got out the car with his gun, but you see his hand shaking, and you could have just seen it. He looked like he was gonna fire on us any day. And he was like, get out on the ground. You know, you remember that movie Colors? Supposed to get out, put our hands behind our head. Boy, I jumped down on that ground quick.
Look, all I gotta say, I want to see the next
I jumped down on that ground. And then my boy was like, well, man, Coop was like, man, can I finish smoking? I said, man, shut up.
And get down.
I'm telling look, man, we ain't got time to be playing with this dog, man. He about to kill us.
Okay.
Seriously.
Hand shaking?
Yeah, his hand was shaking. He was the only one by himself until his backup came. And they came and stuff like that. Good thing I had license, though. I had license at 17. And they looked all through the car. Oh, thank God we ain't no dope and nothing like that on Saturday night.
Okay, because y'all would have went, y'all would have left.
Coop, on the other hand, they did steal some Kit Kats out of the AMCO. They had a whole damn Kit Kats up in my glove compartment. So the officer said, hey, look like y'all love Kit Kats, don't you? I said, oh Lord, you know. But thank God I didn't go to jail for that, you know. He didn't bother us. But another reason why they let us go too, though, because they ended up getting a call too about something that was going on more important.
Wow, so that was a
shooting.
Great job, great. That was number God
like,
right there.
Thank you, Jesus.
He kept on giving you signs.
Oh my God. So like I said, God has had his hand on me a lot.
Yes.
But honestly, young folks, if you watching me, it ain't necessary. I promise you. I wish now. I don't know about you, Nicole. Sometimes in my mind, I look back at my school days when I was in school. I could have just did my work, did the right thing, graduate, go to school, you know what I'm saying? Just, went to college. I missed all of that. Never been to college before, none of that stuff, you hear? And I miss all of that.
It ain't too late though. You can still look as long as you live and you still can you can still hear, you still can pick up a book and everything else. They got it where you can do it at home. You go in there. I seen a man when I went to take classes. There was a man in there. He was like 80, 90 years old.
But look, let me tell you something. My mind was on the parties, the sorority parties and all of that the young folks was going to. I thought that was just nice, that they all get together and party and hang out with each other and all of that. I just thought about that. Like, if I had just got my mind right, I could have been doing all of this stuff back then, At 53 today, I don't care about that like that. But what I'm saying was, if I could get young folks listen to me, because I know y'all be thinking like, man, I can't wait till I get 21. I can't wait till this and that. And then when you get there, it ain't about nothing. Now you wish you wish you were younger,
Like you would change a lot, basically. Right. That's what he's saying. If you knew what you knew now, right? If somebody could have did what you're trying to do back then, right? You could have had went down a different road.
Or if you got your mindset, so man, I can't wait to get grown. I can't wait to get out of school.
Or at least got it together after you done went look before they gave you the name Boy Wonder.
Right.
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 I said how many times I said, dang, wait a minute, did he say he went to jail when he was blind too? Yeah. My goodness, look, God was telling you to sit down.
Sit my butt down.
But when you young, you ain't care. You was just like, baby, look, I still got stuff to do. Right. That was your man. Look, I used to
get up every day, get outside, look up at the sun, think about it. Man, I'm about to go get me something to drink, about to go hang out,
beat up people and still take it. Oh my goodness! I know that, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Like, I'm not, and again, I'm not trying to disrespect you or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, man, you being blind, right? You don't never think like and then the things that he also back then, if he could do it, and he still was doing it, fighting. And doing stuff as well as still now. I'm just saying, you take all that what he did, the bad and the good, and no sight, and he still was standing strong and doing him. So you can too, cause some people be like, "Woe is me," and then you ain't even they ain't even in your shoes. Yeah. And you still don't make the same mistakes.
Look, I was y'all don't think I'm cussing. I was hell on the street, people. Because we all got hell in us. You feel me? But I was serious hell. But I suppressed that stuff.
Because you were still fighting and stealing with. I believe that.
My boy, shouts out to Ronnie Lewis. I want to give shouts out to you, Ronnie. He just told me the other day. He come from the clique. CPT back then. It was Cocaine Pusher Today. That's who I was rolling with back in the day, y'all. CPT. It was Cocaine Pusher Today. I'm talking about day one CPT. Y'all from Fort Wayne, y'all know about that stuff, But Ronnie just told me the other day, because after I got saved December the 21st, 1997, still with CPT, but I had a whole nother mindset.
Wow.
I started calling it change with an ED, people today. I'm a changed man.
Oh, look how you use that. Okay. Yeah. Instead of making it like bad.
And that's what it is.
Wow.
Change people today.
And it was something else then. Yeah. And then you can change it around and turn it into...
Pusher Today. Matter of fact, a lot of the news gave us that name. Because we used to sell dope on Gay Street. We sell dope on Gay Street. 15, 16, 17 years old.
Wow.
Selling crack cocaine on Gay Street.
Wow.
And the news people, we stayed in so much trouble back then, they start calling us Cocaine Pusher Today.
Wow.
Yeah. And
that's changed people today. It ain't even Cocaine Pusher today.
For 28 years.
Wow.
We just had our 28-year anniversary this year.
That's why I see why you say okay. Yeah. And that's what his hat say too, y'all. Yeah.
CPT.
Look, I see why you wear. Look, I know that's right. Give me some. I know that's right. Look.
CPT ministry.
Okay.
This stuff is a ministry now.
Man, change it. When they say, look, you can change it, baby. Look, he's the living proof.
That's right.
Right there.
That's right.
That took the bad and turned it into something positive. There's always a way, y'all.
I used to cuss so bad.
I did too.
I'm from New York. I will cuss you out in a minute. I don't care who you was.
Man.
You ain't gonna, people talk to me and so look, I can't even imitate it because I might let something bad come out my mouth. Not that I ain't gonna do
He
it.
said
I ain't
that
gonna do
pass.
that.
What they say?
But I'm just
that
saying,
pass
I
is
don't
the
play
pass.
around with it.
Right.
Now today I'm like, blankety blank, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling the story about how it used to be, though, right? Mm-hmm. Listen to this. Listen to this. You know, I rap, too. I rap.
Okay.
I'm going to give you this little, I say freestyle, but this is something I wrote. I say, sitting back, thinking about the things I used to do. Now I'm saved and sanctified, but you have no clue. Before I got saved, I was cold as ice. I would rob you in a minute with everything twice. I was a thug to the heart, hooligan to the street, trick to the women, but never was a treat. I love Chris Bell, for that was me. Fort Wayne, Indiana, that CPT. Chris Bell and Coop Church had it just like that. Eli had the drinks, and we all had sacks. Selling dope on Gay Street to make our pockets fat. Getting drunk every day, yo, that was a fact. Hurting women to the heart, I thought I was a Mac. Cut you out in a minute if you open your trap. But I love the word of God. For where I'm at, if I didn't know the word, my thoughts would take me back.
Hey, that's what's up. Sure, you can wait a minute. Got it. Look, what they say, you got so much. What else you know how to do? Look, you can rap, but you know how to play the piano? Hold on. Wait a minute. Look, get you in the studio. Hit it one more time, Bishop Wealth. Hold on, Bishop Rich Wealth. Because he rich, baby.
For 6 weeks, a chance to give it to me. They pretty much uses garbage because he's the real G. Understand that I'm blind. Took a shot to the face. God's grace kept me living. Now it's time to erase all the wrongs that I did. Set example for the kids. Raw and uncut. Man, it's not the way to live. Give me dibs. Shooting dice and get my gambling on. Sticking kid. For the 90s, but I knew it was wrong. Didn't care because I was C and I was 5 to the heart. Living foster from the start. Now my whole world is dark. I seen a lot of homies die, but I'm not the one. I used to live by the gun, but not to die by one. So the message in the lyrics is to get life right, because God has spoken his words, and tonight could be your night.
Hey, I love it. You know why? Because it's the passion in it. It's the what they say, your true story. That's just like with comedians and artists.
Right.
It brings it out. You
Right.
rap about what happened.
Right.
And so much of the change and everything. That's what's up. All we needed was a little bit of this little track right here, a little bit of music, a little bit of beat. You ain't even need it. He did a freestyle without the beat, baby. That's some rapping right there.
Look, I can come back and you bring some of the tracks and we play some music. I can do just
Man, we gonna have to look. We gonna have to set it back. But seriously, y'all, man, the story is real.
And they can check me out too. Let me see. I got a YouTube channel. I'm trying to think. But look, this is how I used to spell my name back in the day.
Okay.
THUGGBISHOP. If you look up Thug Bishup, back then it takes you to my YouTube channel and they can hear my whole album.
Thug Bishop. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I don't spell it with an O no more. See, like I told you, I've had 2 legal name changes, right? Mm-hmm. Bishop with the O was in 2006. Mm-hmm. And then after 10 years later on, I went through some changes. God showed me some different, and I changed my name to Bishup Rich Wealth. Okay. Psalms 112, it say, praise ye the Lord. Blessed is the man who fears the Lord. That's me. Who delights greatly in his commandments. Of seed shall be mighty here on this earth. Meaning my children, the generation of upright shall be blessed. The next verse say, riches and wealth shall be in his household. I said, I love it.
Amen.
I took that name. I said, I'm going to take it to court. I'm going to change my name.
Okay.
Bishup Rich Wealth. Come out of Psalms 112, people.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. That was I'm a little speechless though, but that was dope. Look, that was real. Like, what advice would you give somebody right now that's listening, like a young person, like a little young cat or whoever, like a mom or just people period that need, or somebody that needs help with their youth?
First of all, is going to speak to the hearts and the minds of the young people to hear me, right? Number one, I would tell you to obey your parents. Mm-hmm. Listen to your parents. First of all, because they can see what you can't see. That's why they're your parents. They can see what you can't see. You see what I'm saying? And just because you might think, well, Mom, I want to go to this party, whatever else, and they tell you no, they telling you no for a reason. People shooting up parties, all kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? You go and lose your life at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
We want to keep you living. You hear me? Living, you got a whole life ahead of you. God can use you to do great things. You become a millionaire before you get 21.
Amen.
But if you listen and be obedient, you got to learn the word humility. You got to learn how to humble yourself. Mama might say something you might not like it. Daddy might say something. Elders, teachers might say some young folks that you might not like. But if you learn to be humble, though, humility will get you anywhere. It'll get you anything. Learn how to have respect. Don't be saying, yeah, ha, ha. No, learn to respect. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
So I remember some young kids. I was 25. I had already changed, though. But I was in Jackson, Mississippi, and these young kids had to be like 5, 6 years old. And I asked them, I said, well, do y'all love me? See, this time I'm still saying, yeah. And I heard them little kids say, yes, sir. And I was like, wow. I said, these young kids can talk better than me. I started crying. I said, you know what? I'm going to change my life on that, too. I'm going to learn to say, yes, sir, no, sir. So I teach that. I teach young folks to learn how to change your life, say, yes, sir, no, sir. Full respect,
Mm-hmm. And when you get it, when you give the respect, you get it back.
Right, exactly. And people will respect you like that. You can even be one of the worst kids. Seriously, I'm just being honest to you.
That is true.
But if you learn to say yes, sir, and no, sir, it'll cover up a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes, it will.
They'll be like, man,
and
he is so
like, wait a minute, hold
respectful.
on. Wait a minute. We can see you got a little. We can see you got respect. Okay.
Right.
So use it.
Exactly. Right.
Thank you.
So I learned that. And you know where I got that from too? I remember this brother used to drink with me. This is why, I'm blind. This is why I got saved. I'm blind, get drunk, whatever else. We all sitting around, smoking and drinking and everything. And we was at the table. And my mama, she kept coming. Hey, she's serving. Do y'all want this? You want this? But my one friend named Marcus, get drunk as me. But he would always say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. See, nobody else talk like that but him. And that's all you heard my mom say. Marcus, you are just so respectful. Now, I started getting jealous. See, because I was like, why is she praising him so much?
Because he was respecting her.
What was coming out of his mouth? Yes, sir. No, sir. And so I learned down the line. I was like, man, I got to get this incorporated in my life. So young folks, listen to your parents. They know what's best for you. I'm just telling you that now. Go to school, get your work done. You want to do that, go to school, learn your work while you're there. Ain't no sense you have to come back later on and get no GED because it's much harder when you get out of school and you do what you want to do, When you got to come back, it's much harder. Get everything while you're in school now and enjoy your life. Don't worry about trying to live your life so fast. I got another song I do called Living Too Fast because that's what I was doing. I was living too fast.
Yeah, then life catches
Y'all got to check that out. Thug Bishop on YouTube. Go on there. You can hear all my music. Subscribe to all my channels.
Yes. And
my latest one is Thug Television. THUGG Television. Subscribe to that, y'all. Go out there and check out my videos. I'm speaking the word of God, stuff that'll really, really minister to you for real,
yes.
for real.
And then it's Thug Bishop, BISHUP.
Right.
It used to be the O, but now it's the up.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's my legal name today. That's my website. Bish Up.
I got a lot.
Yeah.
I know one thing. I learned a lot. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely got a lot out of this, especially with the CPT. Okay.
Cocaine people today. So we got rid of that.
Look, change people today.
Change
Look.
today.
But I got a lot out of it. The positivity part is what stayed with me more than I know the cocaine part, but the part that's sticking with me is that change people today. Like, I get it, and he's wearing it.
I've been in the news. I'll be all on TV. I've been back now a year and a half. I'm just really getting ready to get busy. I want y'all to call me. Get your young folks to come over. I just started what's called the Money Church. MONEY. This is what it stands for. Y'all ready? You got acronyms to it, but it's the Money Church. First money church in the world, coming out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. It stands for my own newest education yet. One thing about me, I'm here to make the Word of God fun. I don't want all that you know, that boring type of stuff, you know, because sometimes, well, the word of God says, you know, to make people go to sleep. No. God is way more exciting than people. Inside of me, let me say that.
And then you got to reach them.
Right,
You always got to you
right.
got to find a way to
Yeah.
reach them young people,
Right.
because baby,
Yeah.
when they going to sleep, or they don't want to come back. He basically saying they gonna come back, baby.
Right,
Okay.
right. But when you come with the Thug Bishop, though, Bishup Rich Wealth, you know you come and have some fun. You come to learn. We're gonna talk about some money. We're talking about money, people. You hear me?
Y'all know
Money is in the Word of God. I'm here to speak it.
Amen.
I'm here to speak it. I'm not trying to hide it. Money is in the Bible, people. God gave me an assignment to talk on money. Look, I lost my sight trying to get what? Money. Young folks are dying over trying to get what? Money. People in prison, all kind of stuff, because they're trying to get what? Money. Older folks need money. We all need money. And I'm going to throw a scripture to you real quick.
It's the top of the food chain.
Come on.
Now.
Look, we're going to talk about money, people. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about how we can get over these high prices and all this stuff.
And kids need to know that, because a lot of them don't.
Exactly.
They don't teach them that no more.
And watch this. I'm going to teach y'all about reaping and sowing, because one thing God really, He wants everybody to have some money. Now, I ain't saying everybody going to be rich. That's up to you. Okay? But God said He'll give you the desires of your heart, though. But this who God want to see be rich, though. People that's going to be a blessing to other people.
Amen.
You're blessed to be a blessing. God want to give you big money. So if you go out and you buy your car and a house, you're going to have enough money to go buy somebody else one too.
Come on now. Hey, I believe it. I expect it.
That's right.
Okay.
And
that one right there.
This is all from the Money Church, people.
Okay.
The Money Church is going public right here.
Hey.
On Love Queen Podcast.
Hey.
First time we talking about the Money Church. M-O-N-E-Y. We ain't got the website up just yet, y'all. I'm still waiting for my paperwork to get to me.
Once you do,
you
know what?
First conference.
Once you do,
it's going down.
You go look. We can hit each other back up, and we can come back here.
Most definitely.
And talk about the Money Church.
The Money Church. That's right.
But y'all need, if you like, we gonna put in more information in the text, as well as we gonna talk more about it. We gonna share. We're gonna let you know where his pages is at and everything. How to get in contact with him. This is gonna be on all platforms.
Yeah.
Because he is out here trying to help the young and the old. Put it that way. The youth, the children, and the older people. It don't matter who you are.
Okay, who you are.
He is trying to make sure you make the right decisions.
Right.
So before it affects your life.
That's right.
Okay? Exactly. You don't want to look. He want to get you now.
Exactly.
Look, it explains it in his book, Bulletproof Mindset.
That's right.
Vision without sight, unlocking your true potential. The domino effect of decision. Y'all need to go buy this book, man.
Right.
Y'all need to go get this book and read it. It is
that
man.
Yeah.
The book, the Thug Journey.
Yeah.
And then that website, y'all. Woo! And now I got the information correctly on the other one, the changepeopletoday.org.
So y'all gonna see the philanthropist work I've been doing down in Ghana, Africa. A man on SSI, you hear me?
Look, y'all heard him. Look, he putting it out there. Look, you can do it too.
That's right.
There is money out there for everybody.
Yeah, so for the ones that's out there on disability, you ain't got to be sitting around saying, oh, I'm on limited income, I can't do this. Oh, yes, you can. Build your credit.
Period.
Become credit rich. Hold that book again so they can see it. Become credit rich, baby. You hear me?
Better go get it.
But y'all young folks, y'all contact Bishop. You can call me, because we're going to talk about some money in all ways. Spiritually, socially, and physically, meaning financially. We're going to talk about it every which way.
Yes.
We're going to have some fun, though.
I always say this as well. Joy, love, peace, happiness, respect, self-control.
That's right.
That fruit of the spirit.
Fruit of the spirit.
As well as, just, think about it. And always show respect and love.
Always.
You never know what somebody is going through.
Right. You
never know. Everybody's situation is different than everybody. So, a nice person can be going through something worse than you. So, it's always nice to be nice to other people.
Right.
And I just want to say thank you, Bishop.
Yes.
Y'all better share, like, comment, man, because we just did that. And He said he gonna come back. Okay,
Coming
look,
back.
he gonna come back. So we ain't done, but we done today.
But before I let y'all go, I want everybody to get a bulletproof mindset. You know what that means? Y'all know how a bulletproof protect you? Well, you got to be able to protect your mind from them negative thoughts because they come up every day. They'll tell you to do this, do that, do that. But when you have a strong mindset, bulletproof, you can protect yourself from getting out there and making the wrong decision.
Amen.
All right. Want to let you know I love everybody and God bless everybody. Bishup Rich Wealth, better known as the Thug Bishop.
Hey, y'all know who this is. Love Queen. Let's chat. And we gonna be out in a minute. We gonna jam a little bit. Love Queen.
Chat with me on Facebook. Chat with me on
As well as
Instagram.
Bishop.
Chat with me on any platform.
Up.
Yeah.